All right. Are we live?
Yeah, we're live.
Welcome
back to another Dragon Ball Super Card Game video. Today, we are in San Diego, California. Sunny and 100 and something degrees for no reason. I am not alone.
Nope.
I have, unfortunately, Egman here.
Best person at the venue.
We have been at Comic-Con teaching people how to play the game. And if you've seen throughout the last week, a bunch of stuff, including all the new Zenkai boost stuff. We're going to go over some of the starter decks.
Yep.
I'm going to go over red and blue.
Yep.
You're going to go over
green and yellow.
Exactly.
So these will be dropped at the same time. There should be links to the other videos. So they should have. We're just going to go over the new cards that are in each starter deck as well, and just kind of go from there. So we're going to start off with this blue one, and this is. We don't know what the front side of the leaders look like right now, but we're just going to show off the original front side of all these reboot leaders, which is it's cool that they're all reboots.
Yeah, so pretty much all the starter decks are reboots from what I can see. This one is the set 10 trunks, obviously, is the one that you show life. A lot of controversy with the ruling stuff, but who cares?
Yeah.
We don't know the fronts, but what I will say is that a lot of the reboot leaders, they basically just add something. So they add an alternate awakening, they add something to do it. I think this one is going to be, I don't know, a Z Awakening with the new Vegito card.
Yeah, and I think it might just have something like, if you have a Z warrior, if you have X amount of Z energy or something, or there's something like that. It's probably going to be something tied with Z. But this is the original leader, and here's the backside of the new one. Yep.
So the permanent is the same on the other side, but this is pretty much the same.
Yeah.
During your opponent's turn, not so much your turn, so I guess that's kind of a change. You add a card for your life, or placing a drop, you may reveal it and add to your hand instead. So a lot of the Trunks archetypal stuff will reveal, so you can play it out, or whatever it may be. So that's pretty cool. You draw attack, and then at the end of the turn, this is new, you switch up to one of your mono blue energy to active.
Yeah.
So, which is also interesting, because like a lot of these blue leaders, like the Crimson Warrior, obviously Soul Striker, some of the other ones, Iron Vow Trunks.
Yeah. Which is on these demo decks. Yeah, that's one of the ones that we take out. Yeah.
Okay, broken. It's really nice to see and have an extra energy to use. So if you have a D-Magic, you have something to use later on.
Yeah, especially because a lot of these plays you just want to tap out sometimes, for especially for turn 5, as you guys will see. Yeah,
it just I think these type of changes just make blue easier to use and just like fundamentally better.
Yeah.
So you pay 2, you draw 1. I think that's new as well.
Yeah.
Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, place it on the bottom of the deck. Additionally, if you have a mono blue Z battle card, the one that we're just going to look at in a second, and you cost 5 in play, this card gains 10k power and double strike for the turn.
Yeah. So just a big 25. I mean, even just doing for 2 to draw a card and mono deck is fine energy-wise too. So and there's no energy restriction or any restriction to that. So I think that's good by itself too.
And this is just not only on the opponent's turn, from what I can tell, right?
Well, it's activate main, so.
I read it as activate power.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
cool. All right. Nice. So let's take a look at the Z battle card.
Yeah. So this is Super Saiyan Blue Vegito, Godly Spirit. It's got all the good keywords: deflect, barrier, blocker, triple strike. Your leader is a Trunks feature card, which you will have. When this card attacks or activates blocker, you may add 1 card from your hand to your life. If you do, add 1 card from your life to your hand. So it just means that you can do the leader of proc, but it's only. I guess you only get it's only on your opponent's turn that permanent for the Trunks reveal, right?
Yes, but this is blocker. So
but why would it be when it attacks? Like just to set up your life for later? Because it says when its attacks are blocker.
Yes, I would imagine. Because now I guess you can just place it, and in Dragon Ball that's not specified to take a life.
Yeah.
Right. So you can just take it wherever you can.
And
that's my guess.
Yeah. It's because we were talking about it's weird that it's opponent's turn only for the permanent.
Yeah.
But anyways, and then auto at the end of the turn switches card to active mode. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and place it at the bottom of his deck. Your opponent places 1 card from their hand at the bottom of the deck. So pretty strong there too. I think the only thing is that none of these effects get around barrier, which is kind of important because there's a lot of barrier cards around right now.
That's kind of the issue with blue. It's just like this is just a weird energy cost. I talked about it before with you, where I feel like this should have been a 4 cost 25k with the same effects.
Yeah.
Because like 5 to 7 if you're working towards Enter 17, or if you're doing a Kale or whatever. Like there's other plays that you may want to do instead of doing this.
Yeah. And I don't know if we focus on this, but this is a Z or Zenkai Warrior battle card.
Yeah.
So this is in your Zenkai deck. It costs 5 and 3. So it is really nice to just have your boss monster always available to you, and you not having to find it or have it stuck in your hand early game.
Right.
And so that's something that's really important though too.
Yeah, and that's going to be like the big shift in the format, or just playing Dragon Ball in general, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So like you always have on deck these type of cards,
yeah,
where you can just play and just go, right?
Yeah, and you don't have to like lose even card advantage in hand to play them either.
Right. It is actually interesting. It is very interesting. This is like a C for me.
Yeah, I think it's a good to start the archetype, but yeah, it seems kind of expensive and kind of clunky for what it does.
Yep.
Then we do have a new unison as well. I get this working. There we go. And go for it.
Yeah, so this one is a unison for 2. Leader card is a Trunks Future, so this one or the old one. You can place 1 card from your hand to the bottom of the deck. At the start of the opponent's main phase, you get to add 1 card from your hand to your life. If you do, you add 1 to your from your life to your hand, basically. So at least it starts in the main phase, so obviously the opponent's turn, thing kicks in there.
Yeah.
Choose between one of your opponent's battle cards at any cost of 4 or less and place it at the bottom of the deck. I don't know why they didn't make that a +1.
Yeah, I think definitely the auto one should have been a +1 because it just means you get 1 token or 1 marker every turn.
Yeah.
And the fact that this doesn't get any markers at all kind of stinks.
Just doesn't look good. I hope there's something else that supports this, but
yeah, it's just fine. But yeah, the fact that it gets no additional tokens means it's just not super good in that regard. So
it's a 2 for me.
Yeah, not super good.
It was a C last time, it's a 2 now. So.
All right, we got Super Saiyan Blue Son Goku Hope for the Future. So permanent during your opponent's turn, if all your energy is mono blue and you reveal this card from your life, add it to your hand, and you can play it instead. So pretty much more of these guys. We saw this with the original release of the Trunks Leader. And honestly, real quick, part of the weird thing about this Trunks Leader is that it came out at the start of 2020, which means that all of our matches went to webcam, and this was a very non-webcam friendly mechanic, and even Untap or anything else. Untap definitely didn't like doing these mechanics.
No.
So it's really weird to have something like that impact the deck more than anything else.
Pretty much.
But so we do get to try this again, hopefully. And then when this card's played, you get to draw 1, and then auto for 1 blue. If your leader card's a Trunks Future, if your opponent's turn when this card's used in your combo, you can add one of your energy to your hand. If you do, add 1 card from your hand to your energy. So it does cost 1 blue, but it just recycles your blue, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's neat, but you don't gain memory or energy. Though.
I'd imagine that hopefully in the main set, because I don't think there's too many other specific starter deck cards. Hopefully there are more reveal cards that do stronger things, because these are just like support cards, if anything. Yeah,
but I mean, like being able to play this for free and then being able to draw a card is fine. It's like a free +1 in a lot of ways, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, not very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it just adds to the arsenal for Trunks. And we still have the promo, we still have, well, both promos, the ones that you play for energy, you're going to free energy. So
yeah. So, all right, that guy, and then I think we have one more dude from this set.
Yeah. So this is Super Saiyan 2's Trunks Hopeful Strike. It's a 2-cost deflect, which is kind of the trend now. There's more and more 2-cost deflects now. If you don't have a unison play when this card is played, you get to play the unison, which makes sense now because you get a free unison.
But it's only with 1 marker, though.
Wow.
Yeah, great. Wow,
with
great.
A marker.
1 marker.
If you're you pay 1, activate battle. This card is in battle, and 1 or more mono blue cards in your combo area. Draw 1 card, and this gains 15k and double strike for the battle. So not bad.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a great like unison killer too. Like just being able to give itself. Becoming a 25k double strike for 1 after already establishing it, so it's fine.
Yeah.
The unison it plays, it sucks though. So.
Yeah. So like you get a unison, you get the effect from the auto afterwards. You have this on field. If it survives until next turn, which in this format, unless red goes away, it's probably gonna die.
Yeah.
It doesn't have barrier.
Yeah.
And then now you're swinging with this. You go to 25k double strike. I guess that's okay.
Yeah.
But then you also combo something, so it's most likely a minimum 30k.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not too bad for 2 if it survives.
Yeah.
That clause is always there for a lot of battle cards nowadays.
It's fine. It's really weird that it plays the unison with 1 marker on it because you also get the new God Stealing Trunks reprint in this deck too.
Yeah.
And so like you can't even play it, right? Like you have to have 2 markers.
Hey, you got a marker.
I don't know. One of those should have been +1. I don't know why it's +0 for both, but.
It's like, hey, you get a marker, be grateful for it. Like you don't.
And blue doesn't even have any empower plays. Like it's like the only color that didn't get anything empowered. Green and yellow got it.
Yeah.
And blue is just like.
I highly doubt, especially with the end of Unison Warrior, I highly doubt we ever get any more. We might get promos for it or TP packs.
Yeah.
That get empowered.
Yeah, but they'd be like nice ads, not like a whole archetype bird again.
Yeah, so. I do agree with that. I rip this.
Yeah, you need that. You need that for tomorrow, big dog.
For COVID. All right.
All right. Oh, you said the C word. Now we're demonetized.
It's my channel. It's fine.
All right. We're gonna. So that's the end of the blue deck, but probably the one everyone's more excited for is the Pan. So here's the original one. You guys all know it does because people still play it like 4 years later.
Yeah.
And
this is set 3.
Yeah.
We're in set 18. Right. So.
Yeah, it's that's lots of cards in there, and so we're gonna guess it's probably gonna draw better on the front side, but there's a lot more cards that you can play that would proc off this old effect anyways.
Yes.
So that may just be just keep going on the old style.
Yeah, I think there was something that we saw from his first. I think it might be the trailer.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it was something to do with the Z Awakening.
Yeah.
Or Z battle card. So you play a Z battle card and then you awaken.
Yeah. Anyway, the side that we get to see, at least at San Diego, though, is this Pan ready to fight returns. You go for it.
Yeah. So very happy that she finally gets rebooted, and some really good cards. Honestly, some really good like Pan-esque cards.
Yeah.
But this one, pretty much the same thing. When you play a battle card, it gets 5k power, and then it's more than 20. You get to draw a card. You attack, you draw. And then the activate main is that you choose one of your Z battle cards, your red Z battle cards, energy cost of 2, and you get 5,000 power.
Yeah.
I dislike that it's only Z battle cards
with a cost of 2, specifically 2.
Right. So I don't like that. Not much I can say about it. I do hope the support for Pan is really good, so that way it kind of makes up for this. Like I wish we have like 2 or 3 at least energy cost of 2 battle cards that we can use.
I mean, it all depends on what the front side awakening is of it, but like the 2 autos are already good enough. It just pretty much means you get to draw 2 cards every turn, and that plus 5k power is essentially the value of 1 extra card, right?
Yeah.
So you almost go like 3 cards in the backside for this because of the 2 you draw and the plus 5k you get for free. So
this is true. My concern is that it does say battle cards, so does that include Z battle cards?
Yeah, I would.
But why would they say Z battle cards on the other end?
Because that is a subset of battle cards.
This is true, like Evolve and
Yeah. So it'd be specific.
But those aren't keywords, so I don't know. I'm very skeptical. I think I want that to be clear.
It would be very awkward to me if it doesn't buff Z battle cards after this is the big mechanic that it comes back from.
I agree. I only say that because you have these Z battle cards on deck at all times. Yeah. So you have up to 7 in your Z deck, right? So at any time you can draw, you can have that. So
it's an additional +1 because you don't even have to use the card in hand.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I don't know. We'll go through the cards here. We'll go through the cover image for whatever reason. So that's fine because a lot of people thought like, oh, is Pan getting rebooted or is he just like a ghost in the back of the starter deck?
Yeah, they put this on the starter deck in the front. So that's right.
Well, because they wanted to put all the Z cards on the front. But this is Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku, Defender of Life. It is a 2-cost Z battle card, so it does get off. You can use the Pan active main. 3 Z energy, which actually is
it's a lot.
It's quite costly to get there. It just means you have to combo 3 things.
Yeah. Which
on turn 2 is tough. And again, it has to be 3 separate battles that you combo off of, so you can't just dump 3 off one swing.
Yeah.
But Deflect, Double Strike, 20k, 25k in the leader, 30k with the leader if you activate the action main. So that's fine.
Yes.
And when this card is played, place it to 1 Saiyan card from your drop pair underneath this card. And this card gains barrier for the turn. Additionally, if your opponent has 4 or more life, deal 1 damage. Like that.
Yeah, I don't know why they just threw that in there.
Yeah, just like
it's
casually.
Like, hey, can you just like take a damage?
Yeah. And you know that you're almost always going to have a Saiyan card in there because it's going to be used for Z energy to be put from your Z energy area to your drop area.
Exactly.
And then you're just fine.
Yeah, and you kind of just do that over and over again too.
And then active main once per turn for 1 red if your leader card is a Pan only card, which it will be, and you have 4 or more energy, which you probably will. And Great Ape Son Goku, the aggressor, is underneath this card. This gains plus 5k in dual attack for this.
Yeah, why do they put all of that just for 25k dual attack?
It's just like, just be sure you have like,
just literally everything.
Yeah. But you can see like this is a really good card for mid game and late game, which is already more powerful because you can play this literally whenever you want. If you put 4 of these in your Z deck, you can just keep playing it. So like early game aggression too. But then it will have a deflect, double strike, dual attack, and at least a minimum of 35k duel, right? Because the 5k boost from itself, the 5k from Pan, and the other 5k from Pan.
Right.
So a lot on this boy to kind of end the game for something that you don't even have to find in your deck.
That's true. That is true. It's just consistent.
Yeah.
That's kind of the talk of the town right now. With the Z decks, you have everything on demand.
Yeah.
And this is not a bad one to have.
Yeah,
but the Z cost is just
Z cost is quite heavy. But I mean, I don't know. When we were doing demos, the Z
it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Every time I did a demo, they were like, "Yeah, I'll put it in the Z pile."
You're like, okay, you have like 7 cards.
Yeah.
And all of them are 1 or 2 costs, but that's still.
Yeah, I'll put it in there.
All right, go for this guy.
This one is Son Gohan the Awakened, so that's tight. He's a blocker, 3 cost unison, only 15k. So a lot of these other red unisons that are 3 costs are usually 20 or more.
Yeah.
Then in the turn, you switch to active, so it's just a swing and then blocker, right? When you use a mono red battle card in a combo, you draw 1, and additionally, if the battle card is 20k power or more in your battle area, this gains double strike for the turn. So that's pretty cool. So it's minimum 20k if you combo, and then it just has double strike restand. And then activate main, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, gets minus 15k for the turn.
Yeah. And so something that's interesting with this Gohan is an auto, so it's in both turns too. So you can just get like a free combo draw, which means you just get a lot more energy to do like to do your Z energy, right? Yeah. So it's kind of like a mini launch leader, which a lot of people are already talking about, the leaders that combo for free to get a lot of Z energy really quickly. But it is a 3-cost unison, which is quite chunky to develop that for. So
I mean, I guess it's something like, I don't know, like Red E7 Gohan or something like that might be pretty good with this. I don't know.
Yeah, it depends on how the Pan awakens. But if it's like you can play this for 3 and then awaken, get 2 energy on tap, I'd say you're good to go. Especially with this being blocker. But
it's on 2. You play the other card. So.
Yeah. But anyways, all right. Next guy we got is this Super Saiyan 4 Son Goku Senses Returned. So
what is this art?
Yeah, this is some groovy art here. So deflect auto when this card attacks. Use up to 1 mono red Saiyan with 5k combo power from your draw pair and combo with the skills negated, which just means you get free combo power and free Z energy.
Yep.
And then activate limit 1 burst 2 for 1 red. Geez. If your leader card is a Pan card, not Pan only. So, hey, watch out. The spice is coming.
Just the Pan.
And you have 2 or more energy, play this card from your hand. All right, so it just means that you get a free 15k, which means it becomes a free 20k, which means you get a free draw for 1. And then active battle limit 1 for 1. If this card's in battle, draw 1 card, switch this card to active mode, and it gets plus 5k power for the turn.
Cool. I like how this is designed.
Yeah.
Because it does give Pan some support. So, again, on-demand 2 costs from your Z battle cards. Now you have a 1 cost that post turn 2, you're going to get the draw. It has deflect, so you can't be Yamcha or whatever.
Yeah.
Can't be, like, whatever, like the 2 costs or less, that type of thing. And it bursts, which means you're always going to get that auto. Even if you don't have anything to drop. Because you're going to be using the Z energy, you're not going to have anything to drop.
Yeah.
So using that burst in order to get those things is great.
Yeah, and I think like something Pan, like the reason Pan kind of fell off still is because there's such a meta where you could just realize like, oh, if they can't play battle cards, they can't generate value, right? Yeah. So having a good 2-drop Saiyan that's a 15k with deflect means you can guarantee that card cycle in the very least. So
yeah, exactly. I like this.
Yeah, I think he's a good boy for a good deck. And then this is the last one we're going to talk about for this video, I believe. So go for it.
Oh yeah, so this is Pam Wisher of Miracles. And then in the battle where this card is played, not when. Where this card is played, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and it gains negative 10 take for the turn. So that's pretty good for a 0 cost, right? Limit 1, activate battle. Your leader is a Pan card, and there's 1 or more red cards in your combo area. Draw 1, and then play this card from your hand.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a mini arrival kind of thing. Yeah. And you're always going to be comboing because you want that Z energy. And then you can play this, and then you get to do a minus 10, and it's a 15k, so it becomes a 5k.
Yep.
And this means you can proc your Pan effect really easily on your opponent's turn too.
Yeah. So I'm liking these easy to play 15ks. I'm liking the support where, I think the auto goes off, and you can still use your Z cost, right?
Yeah.
So okay.
So
that's actually really good, just for really any red deck. Right?
Yeah, and it's specifically Pan for the activate battle. But,
I don't really care about that.
But yeah, I mean
the auto. The auto is what I'm talking about. That's pretty good because like you can if you have some really pesky, annoying like 10Ks in the
Yeah.
future, I'm sure this is gonna be really good.
Yeah, but you can only the text is really weird, but it says at the end of battle where this card was played. So it would have to use the activate battle to get the auto, because you can't. I would think the text is really weird though. I would 100% agree with that. Right.
Need some clarification on that one.
Yeah, but it's not a pan only card. So if you have like the spaceship, right?
Right.
You could use it in a spaceship, right?
Well, that's what I was saying. Like if the activate battle doesn't exist and it was just the auto,
yeah,
would that still apply to any card?
I mean, if there's a way to play it from a battle, right? At the end of a battle where this card was played. So if you can find a way to play this during your combo step somehow, I think so. It could be, but I don't. I mean, what? You're talking about Shugesh?
No.
In 2022, like.
No. I understand now. Yeah. So it's just very specific to that activate battle. So I guess never mind.
It's weird text.
Yes, I understand where it is now, because I was mixing it up where you are comboing, which is the combo area.
Yeah.
So now you're playing it after you battle, right?
But when you play it during the battle, but the effect activates after you play it during the battle.
Why didn't they just say after it was played?
Because it's saying, I think they don't want to give you the -10.
Oh, I know.
During the
I know,
but
yeah. Yeah, that's just easier though. just give me the activate battle. It's just for pain anyway. So.
Yeah.
All right, that was the last one, right? So if anything, let us know your thoughts. I think overall both of these decks are pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think Trunks is better than Pan, but I don't know how either one plays yet.
Yeah, what a way to end your video.
Just
like such a controversial.
Just leaders. I think leaders wise.
I won't say something so controversial on not my channel.
Shut up.
Check my video on the yellow green ones.
I think they're both good.
Yeah.
I think they're both good. I love Pan. I'm probably gonna play her over Trunks anyway, but I'll try them both. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But let us know in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new, and then check out his in the link below.
Yep. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.